Have you ever wondered why your pet dog runs away when you try speaking German to him? Well, don't blame the poor creature. German does have a reputation for sounding a bit, shall we say, harsh. It's a bit like the linguistic equivalent of a prickly cactus. But why is that? What makes German sound more like a heavy metal song than a soothing lullaby? Today, we're on a tongue-twisting journey to find out. Fear not, we promise to keep the German words to a minimum, but prepare to unravel the mystery of the German language. Imagine two siblings, English and German, growing up together. English is the soft-spoken, polite one, while German is the boisterous, loud one. You see, every language has its personality, and German, with its harsh consonants and complex syntax, is like that gruff uncle who's secretly a teddy bear. Let's start with phonetics, the sounds that make up a language. English, like a well-behaved child, has a smooth flow. Its sounds are soft. The words roll off your tongue, like a gentle lullaby. On the other hand, German, the boisterous sibling, has a different approach. It's packed with hard consonants. Say, Kraftfahrzeughaft Pflichtversicherung. Feel the crunch? That's German for you. Now let's talk about those ginormous compound words German loves so much. While English prefers short, sweet words, German revels in the long and complex. It's like a linguistic Tetris game, stacking word upon word to create new meanings. Rindfleischetikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz, a 63-letter behemoth, is the longest word ever used in an official text. It's a mouthful, isn't it? Then there's syntax, the order in which words are put together. English follows a subject-verb-object pattern. It's like a well-trodden path, easy to follow. German, however, loves to mix things up. Often the verb waits patiently at the end of the sentence, leaving you in suspense. It's like reading a mystery novel, each sentence an enigma to be solved. But here's the thing, while German may sound aggressive to the untrained ear, it's not always so. It has its soft spots, its poetic moments. Schmetterling, the German word for butterfly, dances lightly off the tongue, doesn't it? And Liebe, which means love, is as gentle as a whisper. So the next time you hear a German word that sounds like a medieval battle cry, remember it's just German being German. Now here's the kicker, despite its aggressive sound, German is the language of poets and thinkers. Quite the paradox, isn't it? Now let's delve into the irony of it all. Picture this, a language so famously labeled as harsh and guttural is the very same language that has cradled some of the most profound thoughts and beautiful poetry known to mankind. Picture the great philosopher Immanuel Kant pondering the nature of reality, his thoughts dancing to the rhythm of the German language. The likes of Friedrich Nietzsche, who mused on the human condition, did so in the same language that some describe as linguistic heavy metal. And let's not forget the poets. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, arguably one of the greatest literary figures in the world, penned his masterpieces in German. His words flowed with an elegance and grace that belied the supposed roughness of the language. You see, German, with its unique cadence and structure, has a particular knack for conveying deep philosophical thoughts. The language's perceived aggression simply adds a certain intensity, a rawness, that makes these profound musings all the more poignant. So the next time you hear someone speaking German, don't just listen to the sound, listen to the symphony of ideas being expressed. Because beneath the stern exterior of the German language lies a rich tapestry of intellectual and artistic expression. So while German may sound like it's always ready for a fight, it's really just pondering the meaning of life. Before we bid Auf Wiedersehen, let's take a moment to appreciate the German language for what it is. A language that refuses to whisper. Yes, it's the tongue that gave us words like Donnerdampfschifffahrtsgesellschaftskapitän, a title that would make any Scrabble player green with envy. It's the language that makes every Ich liebe dich sound like a declaration of war. But let's not forget, it's also the language of Einstein, Beethoven, and a certain Grimm duo, who've made our childhoods a tad bit more magical, albeit in a somewhat grim way. The German language, my dear friends, is not aggressive. It's assertive, it's bold, it's unapologetically itself. So here's a thought. Instead of trying to tame it, let's embrace it. Let's relish in its guttural glory. Let's celebrate its consonant-heavy charm. So next time when you speak German, don't try to be soft. Embrace the language, be loud, be proud. After all, you're not arguing, you're just speaking German.